Hello, Coltrane here with TriTerraTech for an unboxing and overview of the EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 FTW Gaming ACX 3.0 video card. Now, before we begin, I'd like to give you a quick reminder to check out our pre-configured systems on Amazon under the name TriTerraTech, as well as our custom configurations available at TriTerraTech.com. That's TriTerraTech.com. Now, for the unboxing. This is EVGA's flagship NVIDIA graphics card, their top-of-the-line GeForce GTX 1080 card. It has all the bells and whistles you would expect from a flagship card, including LED lighting and a decent factory overclock, as well as a very good cooler. Let's start by taking a quick look at the exterior packaging. It's EVGA's classic and actually relatively simple for the win design. Each side has a little bit more info on it. The back has your full list of specifications, which we'll go over in a minute. Side has an exploded view of their fan cooling system. And now for those base specs. This card has a base clock of 1721 megahertz or 1.7 gigahertz, and a boost clock of 1860 megahertz or a 1.86 gigahertz boost clock. It has 10 power phases, a software adjustable RGB lighting system, dual BIOS, and 8 gigabytes of GDDR5X memory. Alright, let's open it up. Once the plastic outer wrapping is off, you can see the iridescent, almost holographic design of the outer cardboard packaging. Taking a look inside. Here's the internal box. Again, a very clean design from EVGA. Inside this, we have a nice folder that houses your extremely large case stickers if you really want to advertise for EVGA, your manual, warranty card, and I'm guessing this is an EVGA poster. I believe you can see most of that on there. Now, for the part you actually care about. The video card itself. Let's pull that out, set it aside. Before we get to that, let's go over the included accessories. You get a 2 6-pin to 8-pin power connector, and looks like a second one of the same. The graphics card itself comes in the usual anti-static packaging. And let's remove that plastic protective shielding. And there it is. As you can see, this is an all-metal construction, or mostly metal construction. Interior black part is plastic, but all the silver is a aluminum mixture. Along here is where you have the RGB lighting that you can control via their software. Underneath you can see a little bit of that cooling design. The GPU sits right about here. You have heat pipes pulling heat away to the two heat sinks. Some of the air is going to be pushed out the back of the card, actually a decent portion of it. A little will be pushed out along the side, and the rest on the interior edge of your case. A little will also go out up against the motherboard, though that really isn't an issue for any modern motherboard to handle a little extra heat up against it. This is a slightly wider than standard graphics card, so you do have to have room in your case for that. Some of the more compact cases may not be able to fit that depth of video card. Lengthwise, it's pretty standard. Shouldn't have trouble unless you're in a small form factor case. Taking a look around the other side, you do have a very nice metal backplate on this card. Your standard PCIe X16 Gen 3, SLI bridge. Though keep in mind with the 10 series NVIDIA graphics card you can only do two-way SLI, although even with the older cards, once you go over two-way you start to often get more downsides than benefits. For our video output connectors, we have a single DVI-D, 3 DisplayPort connectors, and 1 HDMI. All DisplayPort connectors and the HDMI port are capable of 4K 60Hz output. The DVI-D connector is digital only, so there is no analog output on this. You would need a digital to analog converter if you wanted to connect this to a VGA output, although I really wouldn't recommend this card if you're running it through any kind of VGA connection. You would lose most of the fidelity that you get from such a high-end card. For performance, this is a high-performing GTX 1080 video card, though the premium price of this model doesn't really get you a whole lot overhead above the less expensive comparable editions. Mostly what you're paying for is the RGB lighting, the metal design, and potentially a little more reliability, but it's mostly an aesthetics that you're paying for. The factory overclock is a little higher than on any of the other EVGA cards, which is nice to see. From testing we've done, this card will overclock a little higher than comparable models from EVGA that are a little lower end. My guess is they're binning these a little bit higher and probably putting a slightly better thermal design on them. Before we finish, let's do one final 360 view of this card, looking all the way around. And that concludes our unboxing and overview of this EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 FTW Gaming ACX 3.0 video card. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe. And as a final reminder, please remember to check out our pre-configured systems on Amazon under the name TriTerraTech, as well as our custom systems available at TriTerraTech.com. This has been Coltrane with TriTerraTech. Thank you for watching.